before I make my remarks, I'll invite the Director General of the Cabinet to please introduce the President's cabinets that are present at this occasion.
Good evening, Mr. President, and good evening, members of the High Table, and good evening to our Liberian community here this evening. My name is Nathaniel Kwabo. I'm the Director General of the Cabinet, and I would like to introduce the entourage of the President, those who accompany him to this on his visit to California. First is Haja Mamaka Belete, Minister of State without portfolio. Next to her is the Senior Advisor to the President, Professor Dr. Augustine Conner. Then we have our legislator, the Honorable Emmanuel Dan. Next to him is the Minister of Culture, Dr. Alexander Nuta. Next to Nuta is the Minister of Information, Mr. Jeremy McPear. And then to his left is Honorable Robert Bade, our representative at the International Maritime Organization in London. We also have to his immediate left the Deputy Minister of Public Works, Mr. Prince Tamba. We also have a distinguished member of the delegate, the National Security Advisor, Mr. Samuel Kofi Woods. Also on the delegation is the President's Executive Assistant, Madam Mori Nyama. And then we have next to her the President's personal assistant, Terence Woods. The President's physician, Dr. Ekenema. Also with the President is Professor Dr. Robert G. Sherman of Arizona University. Also with us is the President's Advisor on Infrastructure, Mr. Joe Jean Molva. Am I missing someone else? And of course, we have the President's Chief of Protocol, Ambassador Kennedy. In our midst also is the Deputy Minister for Public Affairs at Executive Mansion, Mr. Anthony Kessler. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DG. Mr. President, as it is customary when you visit the United States, you always take time from your busy schedule to meet with your people. The U.S. Census Bureau community surveys show that Sacramento is one of the areas where you have a concentration of Liberians in the San Francisco Bay Area. So we want to thank you. I think we should give the President a big hand. I also would like to thank Dr. Wisier, the Director of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution, for working very closely with the Liberian community. I think all the community leaders that are here, you please stand and be recognized. thank you for all of the work that you did, the countless hours that you spent putting together this event. Let me just say that I am your new ambassador. Um, I started officially in July last year, and as is customary, I'll be visiting all Liberian communities, including this one. So I look forward to coming back at your, well, I don't need an invitation. So thank you very much. So Mr. President, Your Excellency, the occasion.
Thank you, Ambassador Conte. As my Nigerian people will say, will stand on the existing protocols. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, we are now going to hear from one of the leaders of the Liberian community for a welcome remark, and then we will hear from you shortly after the welcome from the Sac State representative. So the community welcome will be Madia K. Moore, President of the Liberian Association of Northern California Line.
Honoring our shared heritage and future. Your Excellency, President Joseph Newman Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, officials of the government of Liberia, present, officials from CAPCR, California State University, Sacramento, leaders of the community, associations, present, distinguished guests, all protocol observed. My name is Madia K. Moore, and I'm honored to serve as the president of the Liberian Association of Northern California. Today, I have the privilege of representing the 4 chapters in California, and I stand before you filled with pride and gratitude. This gathering is far more than an ordinary event. It is a heartfelt reunion, a celebration of our shared heritage and enduring connection to our beloved homeland. A warm welcome to Your Excellency. Your Excellency, as you enter this room, you were greeted not simply by members of the diaspora, but by sons and daughters of Liberia. We carry our country in our hearts, in every act of sacrifice, and in every prayer uttered for its well-being, no matter the distance that separates us. Our enduring connection to Liberia. Though we reside thousands of miles from Liberia, our homeland remains alive within us. In our cherished memories, our aspirations, and our unwavering belief that our nation will stand stronger and brighter in the days ahead. The importance of the diaspora. Your presence here affirms something profound. The voices of the diaspora matter. Our contributions are acknowledged. Our commitment to Liberia's future is honored. For this, we express our deepest appreciation. a future filled with hope. We welcome you with respect and gratitude. Above all, we welcome you with hope, hope that together we will build a Liberia that fills the promise of home for every child, every elder, and every dreamer who continues to believe in its future. I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Madia. Moving forward, by the way, if we have any of our guests that have signed in waiting outside, please, you can come in. Any of our guests who have signed in and properly checked in, please, you can come inside and join. Thank you. This may be the time to begin to think about your questions, and Dr. Jamie Jackson has pens and papers. This also happens to be the 30th anniversary of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution. So I want to mention that and always appreciate your support coming to our event, whether it's the conference or the Peace Awards, and definitely recognize the fact that as we were being founded, we received a lot of support from the African diaspora community, including the Liberian community. So thank you very much. Next will be the university welcome to California State University, Sacramento, Dr. Boatomo Mosupie, Dean and Chief Administration Officer, Academic Officer of the Black Honors College, California State University, Sacramento. Dean Mosupie.
Good afternoon. Good evening. I'm speaking on behalf of President Wood, President of California State University, Sacramento, and the leadership of the university, as well as the Black Honors College. As mentioned, my name is Boatomo Mosupie. I'm not going to say I stand on the protocol that has been observed. I'm going to observe the protocol properly. Your Excellency, President Joseph Boaki, Ambassador Conte, members of the President's Cabinet, and the delegation, Dr. Uwazi, the Director of Center of Africa Peace and Conflict Resolution, members of the CAPCA board, including the chair of CAPCA, Dr. Data Barata, Professor Jamie Jackson, Ms. Madia K. Moore, the President of Liberian Association of Northern California, and the esteemed Liberian community. Welcome. It is with great honor and deep respect that we welcome His Excellency, President Joseph Boaki, to California State University, Sacramento. Mr. President, your presence here today is a powerful reminder of the enduring ties between Africa and the United States, and of the shared values of education, leadership, and service that unite us across continents. From your early beginnings to your decades of public service, your journey reflects resilience, humility, and unwavering commitment to the people of Liberia. Sacramento State is a university grounded in diversity, inclusion, and global engagement. A shining example of this commitment is our Black Honors College, a transformative program dedicated to elevating academic excellence, cultural identity, leadership development, and community empowerment among all students. Also, a great example is the Center of Africa Peace and Conflict Resolution, which has stood as a testament to our belief that education must not only inform, but also uplift and affirm. Your visit today holds special significance for us here at Sacramento State and for the community, the Liberian community in the diaspora. Your leadership and life story resonates deeply with our mission to cultivate scholars who are not only academically accomplished, but also socially conscious and globally engaged. You embody the very ideals we strive to instill: integrity, perseverance, and service beyond self. Mr. President, we are inspired by your dedication to strengthening governance, promoting opportunity, and advancing the future of Liberia. Your voice and your journey offer invaluable lessons to our students as we all prepare to lead in an increasingly interconnected world. On behalf of faculty of the University of Sacramento, the staff, the students, the administrators, and especially the Black Honors College and the Center for Africa Peace and Conflict Resolution, it is my distinct privilege to welcome you. We are truly honored to host you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Mosupir. Moving forward, I'm kind of looking at the time here, so we can get to some of the other remarks. We have the item number 7, introduction of the guest of honor by Ambassador Emmett Kennedy, Chief of Protocol, the Executive Mansion. Ambassador, please come forward.
Representative down. Mr. Representative Emmanuel Dan, District number 7, Montserrado County, member of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia, members of the President's Cabinet, Mr. Ambassador, extraordinary and plenipotentiary of the Republic of Liberia, and academic, Dr. Al-Hassan Conte, members of the board of the University of Sacramento, other staff, senior administrators of the university, Madam President of the Liberian communities in California, other members of the community associations, invited guests, family members, citizens of Liberia, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On this occasion, it is my pleasing duty at this time to present to you His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia.
Good evening. Please have a seat. Dr. Worthy, Ambassador Conte, leadership of the various communities here, members of the delegation, we want to thank you for having us here. As a matter of fact, we are here as guests of Dr. Wozi and the university. We arrived last night, and for some reason, because of the time difference, I thought it would never get dark. I don't know. I couldn't sleep. I was so happy. Maybe it was about after 4 or 5 hours, I went to sleep. And but we're always happy to be in the community of our fellow Liberians in the diaspora. For some of you who probably may have been in Washington last year, we made a diaspora to know that we're a very important part of our country. For the first time, we had this diaspora conference because in many ways you've been contributing by sending your remittances, but we felt that it was about time that we let you know that it goes beyond that. We want you to be part of what we do by contributing to what we do. And I'm happy we have Dr. Sherman here from Arizona, one of the places that I visit quite often for very good reason. We've been working with that community for many years, helping us in many, many ways. And this time around, I told him you have to be here. And by the way, Dr. Sherman has been complaining because the last time the people of Cape Mount County had a cassava leaf festival, and he was not invited. And so we thought this was one of the ways we could make him feel happy, to assure him. I can assure you, as you all know, this time around is not like before. Almost everything we do, you follow to some extent. But we still have to tell you that Liberia is there, it's well. Things are moving very well. As you know, when we took over, we felt that it was necessary, first and foremost, to reconcile the country. And that led us to go to Grand Jita, to go to have the reburial of our late President Doe. And of course, then we came to Monrovia for reburial of Tava and all his people, at least, who were involved in that tragedy. And after that, we did declare a day of fast and prayer, asking God for forgiveness for all of what we've done in our country, the sparing of blood. And I think that went well. One of the ways we judge is that the 26th celebration of last year was about the biggest we ever had all over the world. And it meant that God himself had spared us, and Liberians are now feeling home, feeling like longing. We are happy that that happened. Since then, our next job was to begin to do some positive things in the country, rebuilding some of the broken infrastructure, and also trying to let Liberians know that if we continue to be corrupt, we'll continue to be poor, and we can.
and we continue to be poor, it means that we cannot reconcile because there will be a lot of people left behind. And so we launched our platform, talk about arrest agenda. And on the top of our arrest agenda is agriculture. And we went to Buchanan, where we launched a arrest agenda for inclusive development. And we want to thank our cabinet that, of course, got a lot of competent people. But competence is just one side of the story. You have to have people who love their country. And that's why, like I was telling Dr. Conte, one night I just got up, I wrote down, think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. That came from the heart, because for me, it's the country I know and I love. And for those of you who are here, for various reasons, we know of the country have been through. Some of you had to come, some for education, some because of the way things were going. And you know, I learned from a friend, like some people came in 1980, 1990, but again, for some reason, some people thought they were just coming for a few days, but then they got involved in educating themselves, and sometimes you have children, you can't just walk away from it, and that prolonged, but still you didn't forget about your country. You're sending remittances that help the budget of the country. Following closely, we took the budget from around 600 million to 1.2 within 2 years. And, but again, it wasn't all about a budget. It was about managing relations, trying to reconcile families. And today we see a lot of Liberians desiring to go home. Some have gone, resettled. It's not an easier place to stay out of the country and do anything home, because some of the money you send, you never sure. They might send you a nice photo of a 2-story building, but it probably will not belong to you. Somewhere. And so some people end up going, coming. And we know what it is like to be going and coming. I want to thank you all for what you've done over the years, for yourself, your family, and for the country. So we are moving with the country. Today, at least you can go to Grandjida, because most often when people say I'm going home, they came from Lofa, came from the southeast. But when they get to Monrovia, because if you're only about 2 weeks, and sometimes if you travel by some airlines, your things don't even arrive after 1 week, and the road is bad. But we are assuring you that this time around, you can move there. You can get there. The roads are much better, and they can only be much, much better. Communities are opening up. Sometimes people are a little bit mean, but after you live in a community like here for a number of years, you can go back there and start lighting candles. It's difficult. So electricity is working. striking. And some of the things there, the water system is running. So the basic things are working. And we intend to make it better. Because after all, that's our country. That's where we are. And believe you me, I don't care what you say. Liberia had always been that country. Not just for Liberians, but for everybody. And so, luckily you're following up. I have a son now, GNB son. With small feet and all over the country. But let me just say, we're grateful to God. Some favor has been with us, even with all of the difficulties. And at this time when we're thinking about restrictions, you can go for 3 months to 3 years of visa, that you can begin to see with a goodwill. And I must say thanks to the Americans. The greater number of Liberians are here. And so we do everything to make sure that this relationship works. And we are happy that even with all of what went on, we still were qualified for the Canadian contract, which is going to help us in the electricity area. Then we are making sure that while that is happening, we can begin to go out to work hard to improve the infrastructure. A few days ago, we did a groundbreaking, go waterside. And when I go back, we'll be going to Lofi, do the groundbreaking between the border with Sierra Leone to connect about the country. But most is to manage our resources. We inherited concession agreements that we cannot change overnight. But let me assure you, that Liberians are at the center of it, and that we get our monies brought, the value for money, create jobs for Liberians, and make sure we train and help the young people to begin to prepare themselves for the next year. So that's because, and that's why we started working with seriously. We started that before Dr. Sherman Colette begin to dialogue seriously with the diaspora community. I call not just those that are ready to work, but even the tired but not, they retired but not tired. They can hear their ideas so that we all can rebuild our country. Things are working. I don't like to talk about it. It is for you people who are following up, who are listening. This time around, you can't fool anybody because people, everything, I myself, sometimes taken by surprise that what you think is private, it's already known. That's good. So that you don't want to judge us, but you can also help us to be able to do things right. I don't know whether I'm looking at the lady in charge of our diaspora. Is she here? Please stand there and see you. She is together with the Rasmus, they've been doing a very good job to connect us in one that, the diaspora now is a very, very concrete part of our day-to-day. I must apologize if you don't see things happening fast, but we had to move step. For the diaspora. And I would like to admonish all of you to take a full advantage of it so that your contribution can filter into the country. Because I always say, if any country says they're the gateway to Africa, I tell them Liberia is the destination. And we want to make sure that happens. And it's happening because we see people coming in. A lot of things are happening. Concessions are coming. We know between now and the next 2 years, you will walk into a new Liberia with new vision. So I want to assure you, I know Liberians, you like to have a good end. And for those of you who are holding positions here, we're very proud of you that you come in here and you're able to get positions high up, representing part of wherever you live. But I want to thank you all for this opportunity to be here. I don't like to talk about it until it happens, but I'm sure I'm here to be honored as a recipient of the Africa Peace Award, and I'm very grateful to the University of Sacramento, and we want to say our job is to continue to serve our country and to make it that country that will always be ready to receive you. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you for that presidential message, well received, and certainly articulated the key reasons for the center honoring you with the highest of the Peace Awards, with the Peace Leadership Award for 2026. One more time, President Joseph Boakai, Republic of Liberia. I would say I was touched, and I had this conversation with Ambassador Conte when we had the meeting last November in Washington, D.C., touched with the, it may seem small, the reburial of Moldo. I think when we go back and recognize people, no matter what our challenges are, it can make a difference. This is the other fun part of this program, where you've heard from the president. This is an opportunity for the question and answer session. Three things. This is an interactive session. The work of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution is really one of respect. It's one of dialogue. We can disagree, but also disagree peacefully. It's very, very important. Also, please listen attentively. If your question has already been asked, kindly take the answer, please, to avoid redundancy. Please. We're going to interview, how many of you have the paper and the pen and have your questions? And I can also, okay. Dr. Jackson, please. And let's look at those that have submitted their names that they would like to ask questions. We'll take a few of them, and then we'll look at some of the written questions. And we'll try to go as much as we can. I know we're a little bit somewhat more behind. Evelyn Vonton, Dr. Tue Main, Dixon George, and Albert Tamber. Line up on this side or the other side if you are here for your question. Evelyn Vongan, Dr. Tue Main, Dixon George, Albert Tamber. Any of you here? Okay. On this side? Okay. Anybody else from that group? All right. Thank you. Dr. Jackson, if you look at the questions, you can get your help to help us read them, please. Okay. Your name and any organization, and then please go straight to the question in less than 1 minute. You can't go back from the right. Thank you. Is that microphone on? Emma, see if you can turn that microphone on, please. Thank you. And how about this side? Is that microphone on? Let's check. Yeah, it looks like it's on. Is it?
1, 2.
Okay, it's on now. All right. Okay, is that one on? Yeah, Philip, thank you. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, now, sir, my name is Dixon George, and I live in Stockton, California. Okay. Am I loud now?
Go close to the microphone.
All right, my name is Dixon George, and I live in Stockton, California. So I'm the president of the Liberians that live in Stockton, California. So my question is, we live in the West, and usually before we get our Liberian documents, like Liberian passport, before we have to travel all the way to Washington. My question is, do you have any plans to help us that live in the West, especially within the Bay Area around here, so that we can be able to stay here and get our documents instead of going all the way in the East or sending our papers to Liberia? Thank you.
Okay, we can take one more. Your name, organization, and then your question, please. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Evelyn Vongan, President of UNICO, California. Mr. President, my question, Evelyn, is what are put in place to accommodate those who want to go to Liberia to volunteer in the healthcare system? Thank you.
And one of the reasons for having Ambassador Conte here, some of the questions may be directed to him as the ambassador, so I'm sure we're able to respond to that. I think we can take those two. Dr. Jackson, if you can pick the other 3 or 4 questions from there, then as His Excellency responds to those 2 questions that have come in. His Excellency, your time. Use the microphone next to you. It's on, yes. Yes. Yes.
By the way, we brought all these ministers, and they're capable of answering most of your questions. But the first question is, we've been approached already about representation here. We've taken it into consideration. I think it's in order that we have representation here, and we are working on it. So, Dixon George, you can be rest assured. Is it the same Dixon George? All right, Dixon, been a long time. So that we are working on, and there's a need for representation here. On the matter of the Liberians, we said that we have a diaspora representation now. And a few days ago, I read a huge document of all the plans that are being put in place. I think Liberians coming back home, we are working on a plan that will be unfolded for you to know exactly. But I think I would rather ask the Deputy Minister for Diaspora, who is here with Alma K, to answer this question.
You can use the microphone, or you can use that one there. Yeah. You can use that microphone on the floor. And we're going to have Dr. Jackson read about 3 or 4 more questions. And we have Ima Abasi, our student assistant, who just won an election yesterday as the director of the Black Honors College. Yes. The Honorable Minister for Deputy for Diaspora Affairs, please go ahead and answer your question and we'll ask more, please. Thank you.
Yes, good evening. I would like to stand on the existing protocol. To answer your question, that's a very, very important question. Where's the lady who asked the question? Okay, thank you.
Please.
Thank you so much for asking that question. We actually have a health forum group, and we are recruiting a lot of our health sector representatives from the diaspora. I will take your contact. More information is going to come out. Right now, we're working with the Ministry of Health, and there's a system that's already in place since last year to attract volunteers who want to come to Liberia. I also had a conversation with the Minister of Finance about 3 weeks ago, where we are coming up with a program to get diaspora to come home. This is in general now, but with the Ministry of Health, there's already a system that's in place. When you come, so you have to come, like the President just said, through the diaspora office. I will be more than happy to work with anybody for us to place people who are volunteers who want to come and help the health sector. So that system is already in place with the Ministry of Health, and we are working with the Ministry of Health and the diaspora to make sure that all interested diasporas who want to come and assist, we have a system, a process, and there are some stipend that's also available through the Ministry of Health to attract our diasporans to come and make a difference and contribute towards building a resilient healthcare sector in Liberia.
All right. Thank you. Dr. Jackson has a few questions. Let's take about three of them.
I feel like you're trying to get me in trouble by making me pick favorites of these amazing questions. So
we are the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution.
I'll use my diplomatic training to apologize in advance if I don't get to your question. So these two are kind of related, so I'll kind of combine them. Education is a vital part of our development. Right now there are schools all over the country. What are some measures taken to unify and strengthen education? And relatedly, another person noted, how are we intentionally shaping the mindset of our future generations?
Can I take 2 more?
Okay, that wasn't big enough for you? Okay, how can the court system be reformed to be more for and work for poor, ordinary people in Liberia? Ooh, these are so good. Oh, okay. Mr. President, when the story of Liberia is rewritten, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want your legacy to be?
Okay. We can settle for those ones for now, and then we'll go back to the list, the next round, and then maybe conclude with another set of questions from the written ones. Thank you. His Excellency.
Well, you know, say the Liberians, this cannot change, this cannot happen, because there was a time people believe that no matter what you do in Liberia, people will, they have a mindset. Just before I came, I had 25 people from Maryland who came by road to say thank you, that for the first time they could leave and come to town. Normally you would think that people don't care, but human beings are human beings. They do good things. Those who want to appreciate, except for political reasons, they will receive. And the mindset of the Liberians is that for too long, we've been doing things the same way, ignoring the feelings of the people. We thought that whatever you do, I have seen that the Liberians are beginning to appreciate what is good. They are beginning to see things that will affect their lives. And so you can do all the talking on the radio and think, I think what the Liberian want to see is action. And leadership by example. You can't be saying one thing and do something. That covers that mindset. But so I know that Liberians are people who follow what is right. They are inclined to change if they are honest about what you do. So this so-called thing about mindset, people think that no matter what you do, I don't believe. I think we have to believe that human beings want to be treated honestly, they want to see good things happen, they want to see you say what you say and you do what you say. And that's what I believe. So, then the plan for the education sector. What we came with the platform is not about one area. The agenda talks about agriculture, it talks about roads, it talks about education. And we are happy that we do have competence in government. And not only competence in government, we tell you about, we have set up a system by which, just before we came, we gave awards for performance. And people are quitting themselves. We have been able to weed out all of these, you know, and I always tell people, it's not just about people. I think, you remember when I was vice president, I used to say, sometimes we pretend to pay people and they pretend to work. You have to be honest with people. If you want to get competent people, you also have to treat them as such. So in education, we've been able to weed out all these people who are just on payroll. We are replacing them, not just with new ones, but also making sure that we reward them. It may not be a side one time. And I've even said to the Minister of Finance that the first time by next year, we have to make sure we review salaries of government officials, people in the government. Because in public corporations, they give increment, but in government, we feel that, and when you treat people and everybody is in the same economy, they all go through the prices, high prices, and so what we want to do is to make sure that we make people know that we are conscious of who they are, what their needs are, and how much we can sacrifice, we can make. It's not just about, so in education, For example, right now we are building 100 elementary schools, grade schools, and in each of those schools we have from computer all the way to what it takes to bring up a child for the future. Even the structure that we're putting up for high schools are different now. They are well equipped, and we put in competent teachers. So we are moving with that. We are preparing future generations, that I can assure you. And we're not playing about it. We have some of the best people in government, especially at the Ministry of Education. And so we are preparing future generations. Now, to talk about the last one was the court. Well, you see, in our arrest agenda, we said the rule of law. Now, you know very well what that means. I was fortunate to have a new Chief Justice and 2 other judges of the Supreme Court bench. And I'm sure if I live to see the end of my term, I might replace the full bench. But replacing the full bench is not a problem. I think you just heard recently that we just launched the local government. If you went up to some of the counties, you had judges all over who were not even working. They were on payroll, but they were not working. But because under the statute, they were supposed to have been appointed. Now, what we're trying to do is to make sure that the rule of law applies to all. It might take a long time to find out about judges that are not to the task, but they have to understand that the rule of law is for all. And so we want to leave a legacy of making sure that Liberia will be that country that will be respected, a country that will stand for the rule of law, a country that believes in the resources of that country to be used by the people of Liberia. That I can assure you we're going to do.
The question about what would you like your legacy to be?
Well, let me say, the whole thing about Liberia didn't start today, like I was saying to Dr. Conte. I've always believed in that country, and I always believe that that country can be the best country in that sub-region. And my commitment is to make sure that I'm remembered for helping Liberia to get back to where it's now, make sure that we are respected, that our country, people will live decent life, and that their resources will be used for the betterment of their country. I didn't come there to get ready to do. All I say is we to think Liberia, we should love Liberia and build our country.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna go to, let's look at 3 more people who gave their names, and then we're going to probably try to wrap up shortly with apologies that we get to everyone and your thoughts. But in the interest of time, Abraham Kamara, Gakon Mowe, and Mohammed Sumaru. You're here on this side or the other side? Abraham Kamara, Gakon Mowe, and Mohammed Sumaru. Is that here? No? The people that gave the names. Yeah, calling those who get their names before. Those I just mentioned, they're not here. Okay, then if you're here, indicate, please. Okay, let's take 2 more questions from the written, or 3 more questions from the written.
Okay. The first question here is, what are your long-term and medium-term and short-term plans for job creation for the young people of our country? By Michael. Another one is, Liberia lacks the opportunity in advancement in technology. This limits accessibility of funds being spent from overseas. What are some plans we have in place to help business owners in the land? And then the third one is, what steps or measures, if any, has the government taken to prevent what happened at the Solumba border crossing so it does not repeat itself? By Siafa. Thank you.
Okay. Short, long, mid-term plans for job creation. I think the young people probably have that in mind, especially.
I think one of the things that we're doing is laying emphasis on the vocational training, inclusive education for women, especially our girls, and again, investment in a way that we are now working on making sure that we are not going to just export raw material. We want to make sure that we move to value addition so that we create job opportunities. And that's going to start with one of our major concessions that we're going to launch in the iron ore mining. We're not just going to decide the old agreement that have been signed, the concessions. We want to make sure that whatever mining we have now, we move to the next step, making sure that you don't just export the raw material, that we move to make sure that the iron ore is melted, the iron ore is converted to the state that, because each step of the way create more jobs. And the next concession agreement that we stand to start that with the Putu mine in Saudi that might create more than about 10, 15,000 jobs. It's not like the old ones that the people just came and took the iron ore away. We're not going to do that. And that goal is going to go into all of the way, the fishery, the logging. Liberians are being involved in the middle process. Food production and agriculture, we adding value, and each step of the way is going to create jobs for children, young people that have been waiting and waiting over the years. Now, talking about the business. In business, sometimes I wonder when we talk about people coming back. Let me say people coming back to Liberia. For example, we have the communities. A lot of business opportunities, and I didn't want to just go into the diaspora, but even for the Liberians, we are now trying to make sure that money is in the budget to support Liberian businesses. Liberian businesses that are registered properly, Liberian businesses that are intended to increase job opportunities, Liberian businesses that are intended to train and add value to commodities that we believe in opportunities, the labor minister is aware of jobs that are set for Liberians. And he knows he's been going through the grill to make sure that foreign businesses will take into consideration a percentage of jobs that are supposed to be for Liberians, especially jobs that Liberians are competent to do. We have no compromise with that because in a few days we've been reviewing some other report to make sure that Liberians are protected and the job that they can do are protected and they're made sure to be for Liberians. I think Liberians eventually will have to learn to understand that this is not just going to be job reserve, it's something that they must do because most of Liberians like to front, and to front is something that we have to deal with because if you are competent for the job, you're competent for the job. If it's an investment that we know you can do, if you can't do it alone, you should partner. I think Liberians should begin to work together to invest. For example, I had somebody telling me about the Carware. Carware is very much populated now, but there are no supermarkets. There are no shopping malls. Do we expect that people will come and say, but people are willing to do it, but let's do it ourselves. Now, you go up country, most of what we do into transportation, Liberians are getting involved. They are creating jobs. And besides that, in most of the jobs in the country, we have been very rigid on that. But Liberians, we have a lot of competence, but you also have to have confidence in yourself that you can do it. So it works on both sides. We are willing to listen. We are willing to make the laws necessary, but the Liberians themselves must be willing to do business, to invest into their country, rather than bringing people and sending for them. We've been doing that for years. It's about time that we take the economy over ourselves. So, but I can assure you that this time around, the Liberia that you used to say, oh, that's the same old thing. We are trying to change that. You want to test it, you come there for yourself. And it's working in most areas, but it's going to be even better from now because I'm not talking about concession agreements that we inherited, but the new ones, I think we've been dealing with them one by one. The last time was about the mining sector. The mining sector, we dealt with that. It's open for Liberian participation. The agriculture sector is open. You'll be surprised. I'm happy that GMB son have been exposed much more than I even know. We are not going to be, when I was Minister of Agriculture, we never brought chicken from outside the country. And then chicken feed. They're building material stores and we're going to get rid of them. Let Liberians come to invest and to believe in their country, believe in the bank sector. But we can just, we talk about it, but the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
That's right.
And there's a question about water.
The Solomba issue, if you know the geography of Liberia well, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea are well connected from that northern end. In fact, the people there are the same people. They've been divided into three. Now, for you to say the border is across the river, something we gotta argue about because right now, Liberia is not looking for war. We're trying to build the lives of our people. That's why, when it started, we took the time to go to Guinea to tell the brother of Guinea that we are not out for war. We are out, our people have gone through it, they know it. You talk about war when you don't know about war, but Liberians, they experience war, they know what war means. And so we just told him, we want peace, because in that part of the country, there's no way you can separate the people from interacting. So even though they say the border is closed, but that part of the country, they need the people on our side more. So we just give them a blind eye to let the people work, but we tell the leadership that Liberia is up for peace. We want to make sure that we work with them the same way we're working with Sierra Leone to bring about peace in our sub-region, because our people are tired of war. And I think the president is getting the message, because we're going beyond him to work with people who can talk to him, that he can listen to. Because one of the questions I asked him when I went there, I said, you call me uncle, but you want to fight your uncle? He said, no. But we don't want to fight you. We want peace. The people over there need each other. Give them a chance to work. And I think it's working. It's working. I don't think we're going to have it.
All right. I think His Excellency talked about inclusiveness. We've talked about people that gave their names earlier. We've talked about people that have written out some questions. One last person who feels something compelling, jump off on this side, last question. Let's do it first, and that will wrap up. Those that have the pens, keep those pens as souvenirs from the center. The last question, just one on this side and one on this side, and that will be it. Please. And then we get ready for the photo op because we are running late. Please, go ahead. Yes, your name, all the organization, and your question, be quick, please.
My name is Agnes Horton. I am a new member of the California community. I used to live in Minnesota, so I'm really happy. I used to go to Ethel Baptist Church. You're my deacon, so congratulations, and thank you for the reconciliatory effort with rebearing the presidents. That was really great. My question has to do with like young girls, young men and women who have actually no connection, no hope. Like, what kind of welfare system are we putting in place for those who don't have the connections?
Okay, just on this side, please.
Let me tell you, that's why we have the gender minister. The gender minister has been working on programs of getting girls off the street, helping to put them in the custody of some responsible men. But besides that, we're doing a lot of humanitarian things. For example, right now, we are distributing shoes and material all over the country from people of goodwill who've been helping us. And besides that, we are paying special attention to girls' education. We know very well that society cannot function without making sure that the girls are being looked after. But I just want to show you, this is not just talking. We are actually working to make sure that we pay attention to our girls, make sure that we keep them in school. And that's part of the reason why we are adding the humanitarian part of it. But those who may not have what it takes to enroll in school, that we're making sure. And eventually, I don't like to make promises that we sure can keep them, but in the long run, as our economy improves, we have a lot of programs that will make sure, and not just that, get them involved in other training programs so that they can be of service to the country. And I want to appeal to you people here. Some of you have schools over there. You have other activities. Work with us. Tell us what you're doing, how we can help, because it's a burden that all of us must share.
Okay. I said one and I have two and three, and please make it snappy, and that is it, please. Thank you, quickly.
Thank you. Bendu Griffin, Washington. Your Excellency, daughter of Flumo Bukerke, Washington, former NSA director. And it is a pleasure to be here. I do have a question on behalf of the Bummy County Association in the Americas, as well as the Bummy Community College Board and President. I'm currently sitting on the board as well as project officer for NABICA here. And our question, it is two parts. Number one, when are you going to sign the Bummy Community College bill into law so that it becomes a university? And second, when will you formally appoint the board of directors by signing the document to confirm the boards so that we can begin to do our outreach here in the U.S. to bring more to the country?
Yes, that's all. Let's go ahead.
Dr. Cornell, do you want to answer that? Is he here? Can you? But by the way, you know, let me tell you, the people in the Western Bar of Liberia, they came up with a development agenda where they want to make Bapolo, the medical reference county, Cape Mount tourism, and Bummy education. And we are working on that seriously to make sure that we can make that happen. It's a process, it goes through legislature and all of this. So it's not something that somebody had to, we know is necessary, but if Dr. Kone is here, we have been working with that, and we can let him respond to it, but if there's anything is not delayed from our side, once it gets to us, I grew up in Bummy, and I grew up, and there, we want Bummy. Bummy is one of the most depressed places that you have because of what happened in the past. So I just want to assure you that with all things being equal, there's nothing that you have to argue about. You take care of it.
Thank you.
Quickly, these two, and I see someone on that side, and after that, we close our shop. No more after these two. Yes, go ahead.
Mr. President, again, I'm Pastor Tim Wooler. I come to Liberia a lot. I'm there like 5-6 times a year. I listen to a lot of people. It's my first time seeing you. I've been watching you, your movement, you observe everything. So here's the question. Are you going to run again?
Let me say something. And I'm saying this out of sincerity. I said I would not, after the next election, I was about the next generation. I want the Liberians to know that your next job comes from the present one. And if you start concentrating so much about the next one, you will not do well here. We are serving the country in a way that we prepare for whoever can take over to make sure that we have a system in place that will go to the test and serve the Liberians like they have never done before. So it's not about the next.
Here, and after that, give me that microphone. You're the last. After that, give me the microphone. Yes, please, no more personal. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mr. President, my name is James Gray, resident of Sacramento. Thank you for everything that you are doing. We highly appreciate everything you're doing in Liberia. More especially your JMB son is really promoting you, and we're following it every day. My question to you is, Mr. President, you are talking about coming back home. Nowhere like home. We highly appreciate coming back home. But the problem in Liberia is that, as I see, when it comes to construction, there is a construction company in Liberia called Millennium Construction Company.
Question, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. People pay their money when we went to Liberia. There was a construction company, yeah, there was a construction company that was going on. Then they said they're going to pay, when you pay the money, they're going to construct your building within 1 year time. Since 2021, some have made the payment. Up to now, we do not have anything going. This guy has gone all over, and we don't hear anything. We learn that there's a lawsuit against him. Now you say that the law is the law. But the simple question is, just a delay is just a delay. What is the administration doing to bring peace to the Liberian people, the victims of those who have paid their money, they cannot get their home completed?
Okay. All right. Give me the microphone. The microphone, please. Thank you very much. Last question. And I know the already one, but let's get that last question and then you can weigh in on the previous one. Please.
Hello? Okay, I hope it works. Okay. Mine is not a question. Okay? It's not a question. But I would love for the president to hear it. I was in Liberia for 2 weeks, and we went all through the country. We went from Monrovia to Saniquita to Tapeta, and everywhere we were going. But something dawned on me. I've been in America here, and going back home is great. The road, a lot of development is going on. I applaud you for that. They are working on the road. Things are changing, and I love it. But while we're going, I didn't see any public restroom on the side. We have to go in the bush to use the public, to use the bush. And it dawned on me, because I was like, we got to Dofa, and they have to give a lapa to go in the bush during a daylight time to actually use the restroom or to use the bathroom, in the bush. I'm just appealing to you. Maybe it was insane, but I've seen it. If we can put a public restroom on the side, on the highway, for in each county, so that way when the travelers are going out there or the tourists are going out there, we can use the bathroom, in a better way instead of using the bush. That's my concern, and I just want you to see it. Thank you, President. Thank you.
I can let somebody talk about it, because this is one of the things I've been talking about. And it's not only that. Sometimes what I do when I think about ideas, right now we are helping somebody to even build a laundromat. A lot of people don't have this or laundromat clothes. But let me tell you about this particular.
All right, I think this falls directly in the lap of the president. Over the last 2 years, he's been talking about rest stops around the country.
Thank you.
In fact, he has a niece who is trying to build one in Lofa County, and today we are working with other people in the government to see how we can design and establish rest stops around the country, starting with regional rest stops. And I think it will be populated later on around the country.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Talking about the rest stations, the designs are almost completed, and every county will have rest stations, 2 or 3 of them. And that project is going to commence this year. So by the time you come here next year, this time, you will see rest stations all around the country. Thank you.
This is something I've been talking about several years. We wanted to even be a franchise. That, and my idea is go between Monrovia and Ghana. We have to travel. Go to a place where there is a town, establish one there. Students can come there, drivers can come and take a look. He's already working on the design, because I experienced that. I mean, you driving and the drivers want to stay there. But I can assure you, now that you're talking about it, this is something we're going to move on fast. Before the end of this year, this would have already started. Because there's the opportunity to do it all the way going to Lofa, going back to the southeast. It's the best thing to do. We have to make our country into what it's supposed to be, a civilized country. And people standing on the road, I don't like to see, I've been talking but I'm happy that you've shown that concern. I want to let you know before the end of the year, you will see that happen.
All right, that's great. Yes, and we're going to give some of the ministers the opportunity to clarify or add to any of the points made by His Excellency. Meanwhile, His Excellency has
Before we close, maybe we have all of most of our ministers here and things, but when I started the campaign, I said road number 1, road number 2, road number 3. We are happy that we have here our assistant minister, deputy minister of public works, who have been championing most of the road construction moving. Most of the corridors that have been opened that people are not even thinking about, Peace Island, connecting it to the various places. We want to make sure Liberia, and if you see on the way to Ravosfield, there's a delay. We want to raise the bridges so that boats can pass on it, at least as part of our tourism strategy. So if you see a little delay there, it's because we want to rebuild the road so that they can suit future plans for tourism, for boat ferries and things. And that's what we're doing. You don't even know what we're doing. Give us 2 more years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, regarding who asked the question regarding the Millennium Estate matter? You, great. Well, we received a complaint. The president is very concerned about it. We received the documents at the presidency, and it's currently with the justice minister. So we set up a committee consisting of the Office of the President, the Justice Minister, Liberian National Police, National Housing, and a few other people. So what we've done, the Liberian National Police is going to put a stay, so nobody's going to do anything with that property right now. We are having our first meeting when we get back, probably second week in May. We'll put the committee together, but nothing is going to happen there. We are very concerned about it because our diaspora community, they pay their money, they want to go back home, and we feel, the president feel that they were treated unjustly. So we're going to do everything in our power to put a stay on it. The contractor, he has another story completely, but we're going to bring everybody to the table. We're trying to mediate before we start putting people away. So we're going to mediate first and find out where the monies are and get the diaspora community. We have the full list of everybody in the diaspora that paid money to that contractor. So be rest assured that we are working on it. It's with the Justice Minister. The preliminary findings came to me, but I had questions. So I contacted the Justice Minister again for clarification and supplementary information, which they're going to provide. So when they do, you will hear from your diaspora coordinators. We actually will involve them in the mediation process so that they can inform the diaspora community. The second thing I would like to throw light on is there is light at the tunnel for the young people in Liberia. There is actually the Youth Entrepreneurship Bank that's being supported by the African Development Bank, and it's been enacted into law. It's actually law right now. We have 16 million for young entrepreneurs. So they will, So we have the 60 million. It's already, we have the money because it's law now. So the young people, they will come to the bank. When the bank is set up, they're doing all the institutional paperwork right now. So when the bank is set up, they will come there and they will teach them how to manage money and loan them so that they can go and do business. So we are starting at 60 million, but the EU is also going to bring another 23 million. So we need to manage the 60 million well for the young people before we get additional funding. So there's a lot of things going on in Liberia, and we're concerned about our young people because because you have over a decade of young people that didn't go through conventional school, so you can't take them and put them through the normal route anymore. You have to put them through vocational or to go into trade. So when you want to do that, you need to have some kind of, some kind of funding for them to start their lives with. So that's why we applied to the African Development Bank, and we have the 16 million is there, and the bank will be set. The bank is, I think they've already set up, but they haven't opened yet. They launched the project, so we're looking forward to that. When that money comes online, a lot of young people will be happy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Professor Kwame, there was a question that was asked earlier, if you would like to add to it. I don't know if you got the briefing. Community college upgrading it to a university and appointment of the board of directors and so on and so forth. If there's anything to add to that. Our committee leader, be ready for your presentation shortly.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Professor Conte would also want to clarify something. Go ahead, Professor Conte.
Yeah, with regards to the Burmese Community College becoming a university, we've had several meetings. The signing has already taken place. What needs to be done is to do a survey with regards to what kind of university we're going to be having there. So for now, what we're doing, we are talking to the communities around there so that we'll be able to have some recommendation that will allow us to fully fledge the university. So the community we've been working with them, and the signing is been done. We're taking the next step so that the erection of the university will begin. So that's where we are.
All right. And Mr. Conte would like to clarify something on smaller points. Mr. Conte.
Thank you very much. There was a question about the simplification of travel documents. I think that's one of the issues that we confront as an embassy. And I would like to say that there are plans underway by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to simplify this. But meanwhile, at the embassy in Washington, D.C., we have set up hotlines to address this issue. And we have taken steps to contact people who know the technology to simplify this process through online application. But then there's the traditional aspect too, the opening of consulates in various regions. Currently, we have a consulate in Minnesota, where Minnesota, as you know, has probably the largest concentration. We have one in Georgia that we are trying to reopen because since the consul general left, and the vetting process is underway for that. And as I said, the ministry also has a plan to open a consulate on the West Coast, so that all your travel documents, you don't have to go all the way to Washington, D.C. and to apply for passports. So in the next year or so, many of these processes will be simplified. But thank you for raising that question.
Okay. Any of the ministers with anything else to add? Otherwise, His Excellency, I would also point out that when your visit was announced publicly, one of the presidents of the community colleges has an organization that takes young black men to Africa every summer. So he reached out to me, he said he's inspired, and we go to Liberia. And I said yes. So hopefully this is going to be in June, about a week in Liberia and another week in Sierra Leone. This is really one of the reasons we bring our leaders here. They get inspired, we can increase the level of engagement. I'm sure many more good things will come from this particular visit. All right. Any other ministers? I think we're going to try and wrap up now. So If you're happy and you know it, say amen. All right. If you're happy, you know it, clap your hands. Say amen. All right. Thank you very, very much. Let's give it up also to His Excellency. He's been with us here for us hour and a half. Each and every one of you has been great. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. We'll continue to engage. Now, our community leaders in the program, please come forward for your presentations.
What's the matter with our president? You heard all the good things, right?
1 minute, 2 minutes. This is the community leaders we have, the president, if you that way. Okay, you can come forward. President, Association of Citizens and Friends of Liberia, Angela Kani, Mabia, welcome, come up this way.
After Lorenzo Weeks.
Okay, come forward, please. Those listed on item number 10 on the program. I think the microphone is working.
Wait, what did I bring with Pape? No, Excellency. Pape, the Liberian people love you, yeah? We love you. You're stand up for your president. You're stand up for your president. We'll speak Liberian English and doing a series today. You're not another speak a series. Pape, we love you. We got 3 good things for you. But in the room today, we're giving you the small one. And this one, it comes from the son of one of your sons of the soul. That boy, he's a good jewelry maker. That boy, hold it in here for me. I'll bring you speaking here. They put it into my mouth. That boy, yeah, he made 2 gold watches for you. I don't call the price, though. Gold watch, one for you, one for the old man. Tell her Angela send it. I text her the morning, she ain't coming back. Tell her Angela say he in trouble, she texts you, call her back. One for you, one for the old man. Let me show it to you inside here. Yeah, when I see the paper thing. Yeah, one. I won't open it. Don't open the paper, let it wash out. You see what I say? Liberians in Sacramento, California welcome H.E. President Joseph M. Boakai. You see it? Yeah. That is engraved. Engraved on the wash. So when people are in there, just show that they say, can see California. You must show so they can see California. One for you, one for the old man. And I'm all. Then we get 2 rings. You know what ring, Papi? You wear the ring out. They ring here, you wear it. They ring, it got a seal of Liberia. Then when your president finish, you say, get it. It not going nowhere. We won't say thank you. Tomorrow, my own California. I will not tell you that other one. My own California. I work in the California government. You will not leave and they give you something. I got something from them for you. I will give it to you tomorrow. Then they communicated the 4 chapters again. We got a plaque for you. I will not read that one. That is secret. Yeah, thank you. Mama Ka. Well, I was thinking of my friend Mama Ka. Mama Ka, you said it. Yeah, I was last night.
Thank you.
You can tell all your secrets.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What's the matter with our president? Who said so? Everybody.
Thank you. The Dr. Lata Barata, Chair of the Board of the Center for African Peace and Conflict Resolution for the vote of thanks, appreciation. Please come forward. Where's the microphone? We can be seated, please. Be seated. Let's listen, please.
Your Excellency, President Wakai, and Your Excellency, Ambassador Conte, thank you so much. Is this working? Am I too tired? All right, so I like the spirit. This is the spirit of Africa. I love it. I think Liberia is once again setting an example for how we, the diaspora folks, can engage with our leaders back home respectfully. And I know there would always be some differences, but also appreciate the responses. I think this is really what I would expect from most of our, nearly all of our presidents. I'm here to thank everybody who has participated in this one way or another. I just want to say a few names here. Association of Citizens and Friends of Liberia, thank you. Union of Liberian Association in the Americas, thank you. Liberian American Community Association of Southern California, thank you. The Friends and Family of San Joaquin Community Organization in Stockton, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have I forgotten anybody? Oh, and then some...
I'm not sure we're going to be as colorful as Madam President Angela was, but we'll try. This is, we just finished our conference. Some goodies here for His Excellency.
All right, Your Excellency, with great appreciation, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate everything you are doing back home. I'm very proud. I'm from Ethiopia originally, so there is something between your country and my country that's common, but thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And this is for Ambassador Conte, our 30th anniversary pin together. Please can I have seats, please? Yeah. And our committee leaders.
Just 1 second. 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
Well, let me say a big thank you. And let me assure you, Liberians, that one of the things that always concern me, when you go back, we want to make sure that you go back from the airport, you are received at Liberians coming home. We want to make sure of that. There are going to be increased airline. May 11, Turkish Airlines will start coming to Liberia. So we have to do everything to make you proud Liberians again. Thank you very much.
This will go to, in the interest of time, we'll give this to the leaders of the organizations that partnered with us. Thank you. Yes, and then we move to the closing prayer.
Thank you so much.
We started with Christian prayer, and we're going to conclude with Muslim prayer. Mr. Siaka Noor. Mr. Siaka Noor. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, please.
Good evening. Mr. President, if you don't have to stand, you can sit. It's an Islamic prayer. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the world. We thank you for bringing us together in peace, unity, and goodwill. We are grateful for this gathering, and we want to say thank you for bringing all of us here safe. Oh Allah, we bless this occasion and who are present. Bless the leaders of our nation and grant them wisdom, justice, humility, and sincerity in serving their people. Guide their decisions and strengthen them to lead with integrity and compassion. Oh Allah, bless Liberia with lasting peace, progress, healing, and prosperity. Unite us, remove divisions from among us. Unite our hearts beyond tribe, region, and religion, and guide us towards what is best for our country and future generations. protect our land and our people, keep us safe, and keep our country strong. Oh Allah, guard and protect our president. Grant him good health, long life, wisdom, patience, and courage to continue leading with justice, vision, and compassion. Bless all public servants and citizens of these great nations, and help us work together in unity for good of our beloved nation. Accept our efforts, forgive our shortcomings, and continue to guide us on the straight path. Allahumma rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina azaban nar. Amen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We now do the photo op. Let me have the Sac State CFPC. By the way, my graduate student assistant, Ibiso Albert Sogules, helped put this together. Let's give her a hand, please. And those who helped us with the signing, Dr. Jackson, Dr. Lawson, and I believe, of course, Emma Bassi, as well as other members from the planning committee. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Sac State CPCR folks, let's come up for a photo op. And then the leaders of those organizations, please get ready for our lineup so we can come from this side very quickly as we can. Let's hurry up, please. We'll come this way. We'll do a photo op here. Yes, we'll do that. The leaders of the different organizations mentioned, please line up. This side, please.
No, they're waiting after them. After the university, after them.
Okay, all right, thank you. The leaders of the different
Yeah. I'm going to have Dr. Data Baraka take over. I think the leaders from the Southern California, the leader from Sacramento, the Sacramento folks. Those from Sacramento? Let's go on this, yeah. All right. That is clean with the useful. Order might also be helpful.
folks who are up there. Just 1 second, please. Let these people calm down. Just 1 second. If you can stand this way, you can stand this way, please. If you stand this way. Yes, please. The folks who want to come up, please, on this side, on this line, just one line will be great. Just one line. There will be time for everybody. Okay, I think that's about enough. Next time, next one.